What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Guide. Today we're doing 8 draft prospects and their perfect fit. Now before I get into the video, I want to explain that these perfect matches I list most likely will not happen. But if any team could choose any prospect that they would want, this is how I think it would go down. So sit down, relax, close out the outside, and let's dive into this. Tua to New England. Alright, so let's get into this. New England is in dire need of a quarterback, and Tom Brady has left New England, which means he left big shoes to fill. I personally think Tua would fit perfectly. This year, there is tremendous pressure on the Patriots and their front office and coaching staff, which will trickle down to some of the key players, quarterback being one of them. One of the most well-known college football teams currently is the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tua being the quarterback there and handling the pressure well makes me believe that he could handle some of the pressure in New England, not to mention the obvious connection between Belichick and Nick Saban. They are from the same coaching tree. Tom was a leader and could read defenses easily, and he knew who had to be where and when, and Tua was the same way in Alabama. I think Tua would fit well in New England. Number 2, CeeDee going to NY Jets, that is. The Jets are in dire need of that X receiver, and that is exactly what CeeDee Lamb is. Sam Darnold is your guy, and Sam needs a guy who can go up and grab that jump ball, a guy who can take it over the top, a guy basically to make the defense not play 8 men in the box, which will then open up holes for Le'Veon Bell. Lamb has the potential, in my opinion, to be a star in this league. His ceiling is the highest out of any wide receiver in this class, and he plays much bigger than he actually is. I think he would fit well in New York, and I think he helps Sam take that next step, and he also helps Bell become the Le'Veon Bell we all knew in Pittsburgh. Xavier Mckinney to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, before someone says the Cowboys have Clinton Dix and Xavier Woods, I know that. But what I also know is they both are free agents next year, and Dallas is desperate for a safety, and to be more specific, a free safety. A guy who is your center fielder, a guy who plays over the top. Now, I picked McKinney over Delpit because McKinney can cover well and he can tackle just as well. Delpit's tackling issues doesn't concern me as much as it does for others, but what does concern me is his lack of turnovers. Let's take a look at Xavier McKinney's stats against Grant Delpit's stats. McKinney improved every year by getting more and more turnovers. Delpit hasn't done that, and me being an LSU fan, it hurts to say this, but I could see Grant Delpit being a bust, and I think Dallas sees that as well. Henry Ruggs to the Denver Broncos. Of course, you've seen this in every expert's mock saying he would be a great piece for Drew Lock to work with and a great compliment to Sutton, and I agree 100% with that. But let's take it to a geographical point. Denver is a very hard place to play at, and if you're an away team, it's even harder, and that's all due to the thin air. Ruggs being a burner, if he gets used to that air in Denver, which he will destroy every defensive back going one-on-one with him. Ruggs will run by them, and they will get toast because he'll be used to the air, and these other DBs will not. Ruggs has good hands, he runs good routes, and of course he's just so fast. In my opinion, this would be a slam dunk pick here if you were the Broncos. Jerry Jeudy to the Minnesota Vikings. Who was a better replacement for Stefon Diggs than Amari Cooper? Well, that obviously can't happen. But who is similar to Diggs and Cooper? Jeudy. Jeudy's route skills are through the roof. He's going to come in the league as one of the better route runners as a rookie. I also think Jeudy doesn't get the proper respect for his contested catch ability. In my opinion, Jeudy actually reminds me of Diggs a lot more than Cooper, but as we all know, the experts aren't ever wrong. Jeudy comes from a tight run ship in Alabama to Mike Zimmer's team, who also runs a tight run ship, and that won't impact him or the team much. I think this is a match that would be perfect for Minnesota. Tristan Wirfs to the Arizona Cardinals. Let's keep it simple. Cliff Kingsbury likes his offense shifting and moving at all times. You need a mobile quarterback. You have that in Kyler Murray. You also need wide receivers who can play inside or out. They got that. And lastly, I think this is the most important piece. You need an athletic offensive line. To me, the most athletic and most versatile offensive lineman in this draft is Tristan Wirfs. He can play left tackle or right tackle. He can play left guard or right guard. He's an athletic freak and has that nasty factor. He will plow through you and you will feel it the next few days. And he's one of those guys who will always have his quarterback's back. And those guys are a dime a dozen. A.J. Terrell to the Rams. I know the Rams have Ramsey, and that is great, but they also could use another corner. Terrell has decent size, decent speed, and he's great in man coverage. He's very sticky, and he sticks to his opponents very well. Yes, in the playoffs he did get exposed, but what corner or safety didn't? This year's past college football playoffs were absolutely nuts, and the offenses were going crazy. Back to Terrell. Terrell reminds me of Aqib Talib, long, lengthy, and lacks speed, but in coverage-wise, he is top tier. I think he's going to be a great corner number 2, with the possibility of becoming a corner number 1. My last perfect match, Jonathan Taylor to the Buccaneers. When is the last time the Buccaneers had a great running back? When was the last time they even had a good one? This is the pick. Clearly the Bucs are going all in with Tom Brady, and that's okay. I think round 1, they need to try and get an offensive tackle. And round 2, I think Taylor will be there, so you take him. Taylor was a workhorse at Wisconsin. You know he's able to carry the load. Worst case scenario with Tampa is Tom is what he was last year, and he just wasn't the Tom Brady we all know. But having a great running back in Taylor, you can let Taylor be the workhorse and take the pressure off of Tom Brady. Tom never played in a Patriots offense where throwing was priority number 2 behind running. He also doesn't get enough credit for his ability to catch. While his numbers aren't there, Wisconsin never asked him to be that guy. And at the Combine, he showed his hands aren't bad. And this year playing, you could kind of see it is there. Taylor's breakaway speed is incredible, and his ball carrier vision is NFL ready. If Tampa Bay could pick him up, I would highly suggest picking him up because this dude's going to be a beast in the NFL, and he would make that offense so well balanced. So those are my 8 perfect matches. What are yours? Let us know down in the comments. Oh, and on a side note, don't think we are done making videos once the draft is over. We haven't been talking about sports because of this crazy COVID-19 going around. There really isn't much to talk about in the world of sports, but don't worry, we have ideas that will be out soon. Stay safe and talk to you later. Hey sports fans, and thanks for watching the Sports Guide. If you haven't already, subscribe and join the team for news, highlights, predictions, debates, and mailbag. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. All the links are down below in the description. And don't forget to hit the like button and leave us a question or 2. Thanks guys, our next video is dropping soon.